lurks in the hearts of men. The shadow knows.
Is anybody out there? Is anybody around? Hey everyone, how's it going? Alrighty, first off, I'm going to hop back here and get this set up here so I can see who's all in the side chat and get ready for that. Okay, so we've got a couple more coming in here all the time. Alrighty. What a week it's been for me since I was last talking to you. I wound up renting the track load, the track loader for an extra day, getting a lot more stuff done. I thought I had a whole bunch of footage done. Unfortunately, my camera is acting up again, and I got in, opened up got the files all transferred, and here's the one for you. 3 gigabytes, blah, blah, blah. It should have been 54 minutes of video. Nothing there. All it is pops up and it's just blank for the entire time. So evidently when the battery gives out on my camera and it shuts off, it kills that entire thing I was second, because it doesn't have a thing to wrap up the end and finish do whatever it needs to do to make it a complete file. So the entire file is blank, and it happened to me 8 times out of it. So I lost about probably about 4 hours worth of video that way. Really ticked me off, because basically I just kept recording on the camera and I wasn't coming in and downloading every day. So, and then when I wasn't downloading, I was just so busy out there doing stuff, I didn't take it out to record stuff either. So, but I do have several hours worth of good video to put out there and to edit it down. I'm going to be doing fast forward on a bunch of the tractor work, so you don't have to watch me going at normal speed and see me going at supersonic hedgehog speed. So let's say hi to everybody in there. And we got the first one in was Howie at Food Forest Permaculture. Then Black Sheep Preparedness. How you going, Black Sheep? Pastor McQuaddy's here. Hey. And scroll on down here. Rachel Knight is here. And what else we got here? Oh, Pastor McQuaddy, I'm going to throw this comment up here. Ordered 3 meat orders, 54 pounds of meat. Comes out to $4.46. Cool. And that's especially cool if that meat order includes stuff other than just hamburger. You got some good cuts into that, so that really brings the price back into order here. And she's going to be doing a lot of canning after her daughter picks up. Yeah, I got a bunch in here. I got to get my my big 24-inch skillet out and get a bunch of hamburger, get it done up so I can get it. First one I'm going to do is just freezing it, in packages, freezing it. But later on, once I do some experimenting on the pressure canner and make sure I understand how it works, practice with just canning some water and stuff, then I will take that a bunch of that hamburger, I just froze hamburger, and take it out of the freezer, thaw it out, get it in the jars, and get it pressure canned so it lasts a lot longer, and I don't have to worry about the power going out for it. So, and also frees up some room in the freezers for stuff like fish sticks and stuff that I'm not going to can. Alrighty. Weather-wise, let me hop over here and look at my weather forecast here. Hit the refresh on it. Now I use the National Weather Service NOAA weather, because it's been pretty accurate around here. All right, the low tonight here in southeastern Idaho is going to be 56. The high tomorrow is going to be 84. The low tomorrow night is going to be 58, and then the high on Saturday 53. And it's going to be sending down because Sunday we got 20 to 50% chance of rain and then thunderstorms. Sunday night is 70% chance of showers. Monday is 40% high for Monday to 39 for the low Monday night. And Tuesday is also 39 low. And the temperature start coming back up for Wednesday to 71, and then Thursday 84 again. So dips when the wet water comes in and goes skyrocketing right afterwards. So that's what we're looking like here for our weather. Hey, Tibor, how's it going? So shopping news flash here. Hang on a second. Let me get that up on the other screen here so I can show it here. Come on. Let's work here. Give it up. There it is. Okay. So, guys, the Mr. Heater filter. So, like if you have a Mr. Heater and you want to run it off, not the little 1 pound green bottles, but off of the big 5 gallon or 10 gallon tanks and stuff. You need it because the other tanks usually don't have the stuff in them is not as clean sometimes. Sometimes you get some dirty propane bringing little flakes of crap up with it. This takes care of it. They were out of this all winter long. I couldn't get them. Finally picked one up. What was the date I got it? March 25th. Got this one here. It was $21.99. Ouch. Right now, the same one on Amazon that's where I got this one from, is $13.99. So it's dropped a bit. It's been fluctuating. The other day, it was $8.99 for the day, and I didn't go ahead and buy a second one. I should have. So it's back up to $13.99. So if you guys need one for this coming winter, and you got your propane tanks, think about getting it now while it's available. Because for some reason, nobody buys them during the summertime. Ooh, cool. They say Walmart's going to do the overstock. We can only hope. However, I bet the stuff they're going to be dropping prices on that they're overstock on are not the essentials. Clothing, some other things like that. But it's not that. And Tibor's got a news update. Ohio had tornadoes yesterday, rain for Friday night. Then our forecast says we're headed for the mid 90s. The kings of crazy weather. I don't know. We're going up and down like a heartbeat monitor. And so, yeah, and in California, it's really nuts. That's where my wife is still at. Hey, Dustin's in the house. King Poopa is here. And those that aren't watching, keeping up with Wide Family Farm, she's been posting some stuff, and especially on Facebook. They have their big members only get together this weekend, and I just lost the names. Blue Farm has arrived there, and they put a little video out. And Dustin did had some hot mustard stuff that's called what was it, Halloween? Yeah, him and Dustin. I can't remember. I'm having a brain fart here. With is it Guy? Or I can't remember, for Blue Farm. He and Dustin, they were trying a little bit on chip or whatever, and they're all like hot, yeah. Yeah, I wish if we had that weather out here, it would save a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of lost crops and stuff. We're on our irrigation ditch. We're on every other week they're running it, and they're still requesting people, if you don't need to flood irrigate, don't flood, pump out or use sprinklers because it uses less water. So yeah, it's been interesting here. And of course, I got all that pumping station put in. I showed a little brief video on some of the work I was doing out there with putting the pipe in. So yeah, another reason to prep. And if you guys can get hold of some food grade, and I froze. If you can get hold of some food grade IBC totes, fill them full of water, drinking water, because you never can tell when I want to say this right, with the possibility of projected brownouts and blackouts from all power companies in the United States being projected for this summer, you may need to have some water, because if your water treatment plant, or if it doesn't have a treatment plant like ours, we don't have a treatment plant. We just pump it straight out of the ground into the city water system. If the power goes out and those pumps don't have power to pump, you may only have a drizzle coming out of your faucet, or you may actually develop a siphon because everybody downhill from you has their open and it's just sucking the water away from you. Blue and J, yeah, okay. Okay, it's J, and I'm trying to remember what Blue's actual name was. I can't remember. I'm just having a brain fire. I just came back from the city council meeting a little while ago, so it was very interesting. And I got to go down to the county assessor's office and appeal. They doubled the taxes on the house across the street for the house, and it's like, sorry, that's a house was built in 1903. All right. It could not double in that. In fact, it ought to be dropping in value because it's falling apart more. And so, yeah, that's what we're gonna. I got to go down there on that. But yeah, they had a couple of people from the county assessor's office up there giving all sorts of information. And hang on a second here. Yeah, they gave stuff to each of the members of the city council, and they had some extra left over. So I got some of the stuff to print out from them and how it's calculated. They got all this information here on the back of all the different things they have for it. They got, counties, cities, taxes, school districts, ambulance, cemetery districts, fire districts, flood control districts, library districts, county road systems if you're not in the county, but if you're not in a city, you're just in the county. But we're in a city, mosquito abatement, and then sewer and district stuff. And then they break it out by the county. And this one here was from, this was the summary of 2021. This is the summary of 2022 projected. And this is not set in stone because people are still doing stuff. And then they threw in our city, the city of Basalt, Idaho, and all that stuff going on. And then they're talking about the taxi levy rates versus the increase in property values. And of course, our property values across the state are going up a bunch because we got people trying to escape the communist states of California, Washington, and Oregon and get to the land of the free, where there is no permit required to carry open or concealed, and prices are going up, up, up. And so, yeah, they also made a statement that a single acre of land on average in Bingham County is going for $75,000. I find that hard to believe because since I was just looking, I found stuff for for an acre at $30,000. So that's with no gas or water or electricity going to those properties. And so, yeah. And let's see who else we got here. Wendy at Hardknack Farms is in the house. Hey. So yeah, so I had a really brain trust evening tonight. And the meeting went a bit longer than normal, as everybody there was quizzing the people from the county about how this worked. So we all got a proper working aspect on it. And of course, our mayor still didn't get it. I mean, yeah, he's the guy that's older on the city council. That's way older than the mayor got it, but our mayor, doesn't get it. All righty, so let's see. I need to go ahead and drop this down for now and take a look at some of the news feeds I've been getting here recently. and then you guys can chime in on your stuff. Okay, anybody to the west of California where the wind blows to? Fire season is up and running in California. In the county, froze. In the county where my wife is still at, they're battling what is calling the Marsh Inc. fire, which has burned 75 acres so far, and they did not give any containment on it. So that's going to be putting out a lot of smoke out there. And if it gets into the peatlands, it'll start burning underground in the peat, and have all sorts of problems with that. Gear, I think she was canning jam and jelly. And welcome, Gear Grinding 19. The other one that came out, other news headline that came out today, another case of monkeypox reported in California. Now, this time the article made a mistake, and they let the truth out. And let me open it up here. And this is interesting because I've noticed this, that the news isn't reporting this on any of the other cases per se. You have to do digging and find out from their health departments and stuff. Okay, then here it is. Alameda County resident tested positive for orthopox, that's O-R-T-H-O pox, and is suspected of being infected with monkeypox virus. All right, they've been saying people have been being confirmed for this orthopox, and they are presuming they have monkeypox. So I'm willing to bet that most of the monkeypox cases, this is just my personal opinion, that most of the cases of monkeypox are not monkeypox. They have the one, and they're presuming they have the other because they tested positive for the one. Because prior to this year, every case in the United States, anybody has had it in the United States prior to this year has had contact with an animal that has had it. This year, oh no, you don't have to have contact with an animal to get it. So just trying to keep it. And Courtney's in the house. Hey, Courtney. And so I'm going to go ahead and get ready to drop it here. Let's pop over here and get it up over here so I can drop it right. Get StreamYard open in case I lose the my thing like happened to me on Tuesday night here. There we go. Okay, so any of the usual suspects, and you know who you are of usual: Courtney, Tibor, Gear Grinding, Hardknack, Passamaquoddy, King Poobah, Tibor, Rachel. Those are, usually will allow, and Howie. And go ahead and use this here. So I got that copied, and I go over here, and I'm going to be dropping it in from Camp Pet and Family Compound. Confuse people. Yes, I got both of them up to watching it so I can do critical stuff on it. So yeah. All righty. So there's the, if any of you want to join me up here, the usual suspects that usually come up. So Black Sheep, if I see you in a few more times, or in contact, we meet offline on up here, and I may let you up here later on. But I'm there because one person I had come up here, tried doing a bunch of crazy stuff, and others started doing crazy stuff down below. I can see down below as they're getting ready to come up, and the one guy was getting ready for me to click on him. He was standing up there with his tallywhacker hanging out. I go, nope, black. So yeah. Hey, Vitra, how's it going? All righty. So, so something to consider. Check if your state says that someone has the monkeypox. Check with the health department, find out if they are absolutely tested positive for monkeypox or to the orthopox, because they're two different things and stuff. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, California's finally admitting this, folks. I mean, This is one. Shrinkflation hits CA and other in food and other goods amid record prices. And so, yeah, they're talking about all the different type things that are taking a hit in size packaging. Of course, they put up had to put up Kleenex up there. The little box that has 65 on it now has only 60. So you're getting less and paying more for it. And there's a lot of other ones. And what it says here, the cost of inflating of many snacks and other items are downsizing and is already increased under highest inflation in 40 years. And that was according to April Consumer Price Index. But hey, I've noticed here, even in Idaho, some of the big name brands have stopped making, all right, example, pasta. They've stopped making the 1 pound packages and they're making 12-ounce size packages. So you're getting 3/4 of a pound instead of a pound, and it's actually costing more than it was 6 months ago. Hey, yeah, keyboard. Yeah, I've been watching. I've been editing stuff here. I have on the other screen here. I've been doing a James Bond, watching stuff, and the old original Q. He's fired. I forget which movie he fired that. He mentioned Tallywhacker in one of the movies. And it's just, yeah. I mean, it is such a funny, great name for an anatomy part. All righty. Yeah, they were saying like for California, the inflation rate was for the month of February, just February, was 7.9%. And of course, because it hit 8% in March, California got their taxes all jacked up on gas and stuff. One of their sneaky ways of inflation hits so much, we're going to jack the price up higher for taxes. We're going to increase taxes on everything. It's like idiots. All right. So, yeah. So California is finally admitting they're getting hit with shrinkflation. I've noticed that for the last several years. Heck, back in 2015, or was it 14? The quarts of ice cream suddenly went less than a quart, like they were 7/8 of a quart or something, and then it was 3/4 of a quart, and they were charging more back then. So, yeah. All right, let's check out some of the other news things up here. And of course they're doing the not just in California, but a lot of states are starting to go with returning to indoor masking because the red dragon is out of control again. However, in researching the red dragon, I've been tracking it every day from day 30. I forgot the first month. I didn't think it was going to go like this after the first month of it. But the fatality rate has dropped to less than 1/4 of what it was this time last year. Oh, it's so bad. It's dropped way below the normal flu, way below the common cold. Yeah. So they're still freaking out of it. All right, Gear Garing's throwing gas prices in here. And Gear, what state are you in again? Here in Idaho, it actually was up to $4.79 at the Hard Times. It's $4.59 at Sam's Club, which is still up 24 cents from a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. When last time I fueled up, it was at $4.34. Diesel prices have taken a big jump, and even using the off-road diesel for my tractors and stuff, because that's the only thing I have is all my diesel stuff is off-road. So I get the off-road stuff with no state highway tax stuff on it. Was $5.79. All right, and Tibor says Ohio. might see 650 by late summer. That should make California gas 15. Well, actually in California, where is it here? I got the price here. Okay, here we go. So in California, there is one place in California that was zeroing in on the $10 range, and that was, where is it here? Where is it here? Okay, they had a Chevron station in downtown LA doing $8.05 a gallon for regular. And I froze. And there was another place, up in Northern California in Mendocino County, charging $9.60 per gallon for regular gas. All right, so that's, and the gas in the, this was when was this from? This was on June 5th is when this article came out. So that's 4 days ago. But yeah, price has been climbing here steadily. And I'm not saying certain producers are just getting together and increasing it across the board, but it's increasing across the board at a rate that shouldn't be doing, but it's matching each other. So, and they're saying gasoline stocks decreased rapidly last week as demand rose over Memorial Day weekend, and that's what this is from back on last Sunday. So, anyways, read into it what you want here. They're probably off on their quote here in the article a week. So it's probably 2 weeks ago. So, anyways, yeah. So things have been not good around here. Gas prices are going up, but yeah, they have in mid California, Mono County has the average price is now at $7.30. Crap, what was it? $7.32 a gallon. But yeah, so it's ugly. So hey, folks, stockpile. Last summer, my youngest son, working in California there, started hitting the Harbor Freight up, hitting different ones whenever they had a sale on. He'd print up a bunch of coupons and go to different ones, and he was buying up 5-gallon gas cans and filling them up and putting some the storage stuff you put into gas to keep it longer, and has been storing it there in California in case he needs to, get out and head here. I told him if he's going to do, he better make sure those cans are tightly sealed. But yeah, call you a hoarder, huh? And he'll change his mind. Well, all of a sudden he goes to the store and he can't get something. You go, oh, I got that back here in the supplies that I've been hoarding. Yeah, that's it. The stabilizer, the fuel stabilizer. Yeah. Yeah, it's just ridiculous here. And then I think back, guys, hold on to your hats for this one. This is true. This is the honest truth. Back when I was a little kid, we just moved from the Tujunga area down to Sun Valley in California down there. And so we were still driving up to Tujunga for acrobatic lessons and stuff like that. There was one of the gas stations on the corner there near at Sunland Boulevard and Tujunga Boulevard. And I'm trying to remember which exact year. Okay, so we moved down in 66. So about 1970, maybe 69. No, it had to be 70 because we moved down to Sunland. So in 1970, as we drove by this gas, it was like, oh, the gas price is down to 24 cents a gallon. This was during the gas wars down there in Southern California. Yeah, 24 cents a gallon in 1970. So that's 52 years ago. Yeah. hey, you never know when you're going to need first aid stuff or when a neighbor's going to need some. All right, let's see here. Yeah, it's like I'll go and check when I'm out doing my shopping circle, and I'll check online for Costco and Sam's Club and Walmart what their gas prices are, and then I'll check some of the other ones that are usually comparable, and it's like and so I know exactly where to go. And I froze, and I write it down in my little notebook here before I go out, and that way I can see what other stations are doing, and I will fill up at the cheapest thing I can do. And I'm trying to keep it full, filling up every time I go in, because I don't drive into Idaho Falls that much, other than this last week or so. But because there was a lot of trips I had to make in there for crap. But yeah, it's ridiculous what's going on here. Now there was. See if they're doing it again this weekend. I don't see it. I think they just did it the last 2 weekends. There. I'm trying to bring this up here so I can see if it's. I thought I saved it. I may not have. Crap. I have to look at here. Sorry, I got a folder, a specific folder I'm looking for, which goes under that one. There we go. And I look for live streams, images, new folder. Did I save it here? It was really interesting. There's this new company here called Family Essentials. And they were the last 2 weekends, they were doing ridiculous sales. Nope, I don't got it in there. Doing ridiculous sales on meat. For $40, you got 20 ribeye steaks. And if you're one of the first 100 people there in line each morning, and you bought the family one of the family packs or packages of meat stuff, you got 50% off. And so prices were ridiculously low. Unfortunately, my freezers are all full, so I couldn't take advantage of it. It was almost, to me, I was almost thinking about going over to Sam's Club and buying another chest freezer just so I could fill it up. Yeah. And there was something else I saw here. Let me go ahead and drop that out and look at it. Where was that one article? Yeah, it's talking about California. Here's the headline: California congressional races most likely to flip in 2022. Yeah, people are, jumping sides just to get someone else in there that's not trying to give free giveaways and jack up prices. Ouch! That is more than 100%. That's 120% inflation, or 125% inflation from last year. And what's it? I ordered some cheap 1 pound cans of coffee on Amazon. 6 can when I order my regular brand for backup. Yeah, people are ordering, and people are also finding out that they can get coffee cheaper by getting unground coffee, getting the bags of coffee beans and grinding it themselves, and just putting those bags in the freezers. So it'll last a lot longer. It'll last longer unground in the freezer than it will ground. But back to water container, IBC tote. All right, folks, here's a little secret. Check in your area if there is some place that is doing what do I want to call it? A local homegrown distillery, official distillery, paying all their taxes, but they're not like one of the big ones like Jim Beam or whatever, and they're producing different types of alcohol. Check with them, because like the one up the road here, they get 193 proof potato alcohol delivered in 275-gallon IBC totes. And they run it through their processing, cutting it, and doing whatever else they do to make vodka. And since these, because the alcohol is 190 over 190 proof, it's considered a chemical, and they can't reuse the containers, so they just sell the containers off, like 30, 40 bucks a pop. The thing is, so hey, they had alcohol in it, so it's been sanitized. So it's you're worried about it, you can rinse it out a little bit to get any alcohol left out of it. Why, I don't know. And just fill it up full of water. And fill it full of water, and you got your water storage. Well, that's 275 gallons of water, which will last one person for 275 days. You get several of those, and you got drinking water, and you can handle most short-term catastrophe having that drinking water on hand. Gear says, knives are going up. Yeah. Fortunately for me, for knives, I'm lucky. I've been using a bunch of these type knives. And let me see what I got over here. There it is. Okay, it's just going to lose part of it, but you'll see the blades inside of it. So there's the stack of blades in here. It's yellow, so it's yellowish color, so the green screen takes it out. So I got this much out of this much. So I've used maybe a little bit over half in 6 years. So yeah, I buy that stuff bulk from like Harbor Freight. That's where I got that from. So I'm thinking I better get another one just in case. But yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff here, and I want to make sure I didn't see anybody coming in there. So once again here, let me pop this up over here. All right. There's the link if any of my faithful followers want to come up here, talk about stuff. What are we at here? Okay. Oh. All right. So anyways, yeah, there's a lot of interesting things. If you watch the news and some of the stuff, I was getting Epoch Times. They started sending me Epoch Times for free. And for the first 2 weeks, I go, okay, cool. And I could read any of the articles. All of a sudden they go, well, priority article, you got to join priority. They all of a sudden I get one a month. It's like, screw that. Told them stop it. And they started sending me all these other ones to subscribe to. It's like, no, sorry, not gonna pay for that stuff. And so there are several ones you can do for free. I got to get back to watching some of the other news ones here that I can play in the background, listen to them, make notes on. But yeah, things are also going kind of weird. Now it was also, if I can find this other one up here. I know there's been a lot of controversy over this stuff, and Brett at Broussard Homestead was posting. Let's see if I can find it here again. Actually, I need to duplicate this tab first so I don't lose that other stuff. Brett Broussard, boom. Check his posts out. He was posting some interesting stuff here on some articles, links on articles. But like with these links and stuff, you need to do your due diligence and check stuff out. All right, here's one here. This was he posted this one on May 31st. This was in Minnesota, and it was a fire that destroyed a chicken farm producing 3 million eggs per day in Minnesota, making it the 24th food processing distribution facility to burn accidentally in 2022. Now, some of those 24 I've done research on. Some of the big ones that are still out there being circulated around aren't. They were like a plane crashed in the parking lot. Plane crashing into it. No, it crashed in the parking lot. So you got to strike that one off of it. Another one, the plane crashed on top of it. No damage to the facility. Facility shut down for a day and a half while they got the plane off there, checked everything out, and was back up and running. Hey, Joe, we got Garden State Gardener in the house. What did I miss there? Okay, still talking knives. Right, and saying hi to people around there. So yeah, there are some of them that are doing it. There are a bunch more smaller ones that have been I've confirmed on. I've checked news articles and got news from multiple sources on a certain one, and yeah, so it's different ones reporting the same thing, kind of good. So yeah, there's going to be an issue with food supply. Now, we're not going to run out of food. First of all, we're not going to run out of food. You may not have your favorite food item there to get, but there will be food, and the prices may not be what you want to pay, but there will be food around, and there will still be stuff available. It's just that, yeah. Things are going to be limited and things are going to be going bad. So, and that's what's weird is, some of the people back east were posting photos of their Walmarts and a huge supply of canning goods and stuff. They're still not shipping here to Idaho. I mean, I've checked around here, even the Walmarts that are, 45 minutes away. Nope, no canning goods. I mean, they'll get like the half quarts or the half pints or the pints in, 6 or 7 cases, that's it. Not, hundreds of cases like being shown that back east, and definitely no lids around here. If you can find lids, get lids. However, hang on a second. I want to bring up to find out when I'm doing this on Camp Patton Family Compound, the Monday night Fireside chat. Canning lids on June 20th is the topic. We're going to be talking about canning lids, and hopefully I can get Tammy from Rebel Canners up here and maybe a couple others up here and talk about where we're finding canning lids, prices, and the different types. There's a whole bunch of canning lids other than ball and Kerr canning lids. And when it comes to ball lids are on my do not buy list right now, because of the problems people have been having with them. I forget who it was, posted on Facebook in the Rebel Canners group about she was having problems with her ball lids not sealing. And she got a hold of the customer service in Ball, talked about it, confirmed that there were no homestead inquiries. You don't need to send me some, because as far as lids go, I'm good on lids. I just wanted to get more jars here, and I'm just slowly picking up on jars. And my wife has been making scores on jars in California, so we probably have enough. When we start canning everything, we'll have enough to can a year and a half's worth of food when the time comes. Hey, CB, welcome in. Oh, and CB's here, so I'm going to remind those. Some people asking for the email. Look down in the description down below. The second to the last line in the description is my email for Gray Man Prepping. Or you can just use the Camp Patton Family Compound one, which is up on the screen here. Camp Patton Family Compound, make it one word at gmail.com. Either one will get to me here. All righty. That's, my mom, prior to her dying, had bought a case of Kerr canning lids. Now, a case is 144 boxes of 12 lids. And then I have a whole bunch of others, and then we got stuff given to us. So lids, we're good on lids. Plus, I've been stocking up on Tatler reusable lids. And so, yeah. And so when it comes to canning lids, if I pressure can something and I can get the lid to pop gently without bending the lid at all. My grandmother used to reuse lids like that. She'd sit there and wiggle with it and get it to break the seal without damaging the lid at all. Would reuse it a second time for pressure canning, and then after that she'd do it. She'd mark on them, and then after that she'd just use it for water bath canning. Okay. Good way to go there. We were given a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, we were given 12 jar cases of quart jars and 20 pint jars from some friend of ours they were totally retiring. They were going to move into a little condo type thing down in Texas near where all their kids moved to, so to be near the grandkids. And they got rid of a lot of their food storage stuff because they figured it was going to be cheaper for them to buy stuff again down there than it was to ship it there. So, and plus they weren't going to be doing canning stuff, home canning anymore, they thought. Hey, Albany Mountain Homestead. And so they got rid of the stuff. I mean, they gave us 800 pounds of wheat. And they wanted to give us more, but my wife wanted to let some other people have a shot at it. And when I went back at the end of the day and stuff, they still had a couple hundred pounds, so I grabbed that too. So, CD says made homemade powder laundry soap in a couple of gallon jars today. Cool. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff, and I'm keeping the eyes out on estate sales. I know that sounds kind of grim and dark, but sometimes on estate sales, the family members, they're going through their parents or grandparents' stuff, and they're like, well, we don't know how to use, what's this crap here? And there's some stuff they're just giving away, and sometimes you can really score on some good stuff that the people don't know what it is. And so I'm keeping an eye out now for estate sales and stuff to go hunting for bargains on. But there's a lot of things to consider doing, and things are really getting wild here. I don't know how many of you have taken my advice when I keep on saying I follow the Economic Ninja, and he's been listing some stuff off there, and it's like it makes the hair stand on the back of my neck stand up and saying, do more. Okay, CB. All right, so I'm going to help CB out here right now. And I'm going to go back to my Amazon here and go to the homepage here. Actually, I'm going to go to my cart and into the stuff I have saved for later. And okay, wood splitter, that increased, things are increasing again. All right. So let me go on and share this here. All righty. The wood splitter thing. Yeah. I got to get that next time it drops. Okay, here we go. Rich Solar. So let me go ahead and open this up in a new tab here. We're going to go to it. All right. Those of you know Reed at Manifestation of Imagination. He's down in New Mexico, has his whole house on solar, runs 12-volt light system inside his house and everything else. All right. He turned me on to this brand here, Rich Solar. All right. 100-watt panel, $92. Now, if I look at the other one here, I'm going to bounce around and do some shopping comparison here. I don't know if I still have the other one saved here. I don't. Or do I? Wait. Renology. Let's see what I'll come up if I bring Renology up. Currently unavailable. Let's see what other ones. Here we go. From a different seller. Renology from a different seller is 118, and that is monocrystal 97. Oh, so one seller has that's selling Renology has dropped it down to 97. Rich Solar is still $5 cheaper, and Reed said that the Rich Solar has a higher efficiency rating than the Renology. So Renology, different ones here. Now this other one here is 100-watt monocrystalline for 85. Not sure of this brand here. Let me bring it up so you guys can see it here. This is New Power. Oh God, I can't believe they did it. New Power, not Power. Ubonics here, New Power. And they have their own store there, but that's 85. Let's see here. Does it say anything about it here? Let's do some should go down and check the comparisons down there. Is it going to show the comparison on it down below here? Runs that there. Has dimensions. Down more on it. Comparison. Okay, here we go. Let's just run that type of the comparisons. Not. Oh, here we go. Is it not? It's not giving where it's from. Manufacturer, China. Country of origin, China. Yeah. So it does not need to go down there. You can find, where it's they're manufactured from. Here's one, Wise, and it also, I bet, is. Let me go all the way down on it here to its thing. It is dimensions that there down below, and it is. They're hiding it. They're not really willing to bet. If they don't put where it's manufactured at, it's manufactured in China. So, some of them are afraid to say they're made in China. So, and usually everything I've checked on these that don't put it in there where it's manufactured, it's China. So, yeah. All right. So let's take a look at the other one here. Just for laughs and giggles, going to go down to the bottom of it. See where Rich Solar is manufactured at. Is it China as well? Okay, it doesn't say. Now, I thought he was saying this wasn't China, but you got several different ones here. Yeah, sometimes they'll talk about where it's manufactured elsewhere or up in its main thing. 25-year warranty, 5-year warranty on material and workmanship. So, anyway, so there's a lot of options out there for stuff. Did I say hi, Emma? Hi, Emma. So, yeah. There is, yeah, you're right, but there is a company making stuff here in the U.S. Two different ones. One is making ones that look like shingles, and basically it's a panel of shingles. It's made in the U.S., and so it snaps in and locks in together, and then it connects down at the bottom or however they connect it up. And then the other one, there's a rollout flexible that you put on for the whole roof, and they just screw down the edges on it, and it's watertight and everything else. Basically, you're replacing your shingles and stuff with it. That flexible one is also made in the U.S. But yeah, there's if you got roofs with valleys and two different roof lines meeting together and stuff, it's going to be a little more difficult. Okay. Hey, Rita. Not sure who snuck in when I was out talking off on the side there. But if I missed anybody, hi. All right. So I don't want to be dark and dreary, but I want to keep things honest and forthright and provide information. I do believe we're going to see some problems coming up. I could be wrong. I hope I am wrong. We're going to see some more major problems with the food chain, specifically because of the cost of fuel. And not just gasoline, but diesel, and the fact that they've kind of stopped talking about it on the mainstream. But some of the trucking websites and trucking newsletters and stuff are still talking hard about the shortage of the diesel exhaust fluid and the problems of fertilizer. And so Brandon can say he did that when he said we couldn't import any from Russia or their allies. Let's see what else we got here. Let me check this other one here. I'm trying to remember who did this. I'm trying to check something up here for you guys. Okay. All right, for you gardeners. All right, let me. I'm going to share this. This is a friend of mine. Actually, this is my neighbor across the street from the other house, kitty corner from me. All right. It says new tool. Been wanting one of these for years. Been trying to. It's for tying vines to fences and trellises, and it has the different pictures here of the stuff. And you put the roll of stuff in here, and I guess it feeds and staples the stuff together here. So you can staple your vines and stuff rather than doing twist ties. It's softer, it's wider, has a little bit of give with it. Let me see, is this one? Oh, that one's not going to stand down. But anyways, so he told me, I asked him where he got it from, and it's from Amazon. So that's something else to look for on Amazon to see if my wife wants to get that. Because I know she gets the rolls of the stuff, the 3/4 inch wide stuff. She has to take it out there, tie it, and then cut it, all by hand. Yeah, you're right, Homestead Aquarius. We need to get what we can now while it's available. And it's like, how do I want to say this? Let me go ahead and drop that down. Just like certain things, I've been picking up on a lot of stuff because I could get it. And I know it never goes bad. The only way it goes bad is if a mouse gets into it. So I'm having some fruit snacks. And so there are certain things that I've been stocking up on and that I'm tracking. There are certain things I can't stock up on because the container I get to it usually lasts me 2 years, and about the time I go through it, it's going bad anyways. And that's like vitamins and all the different vitamins. So there are certain things I can't stock up on. Yeast is one of those things that you can, if you put it in a freezer that is turned down cold. I got one of my chest freezers turned so cold I could probably keep dry ice in there. And what you thing is, so it was, who was it? Who did it? Oh, Martha at Old School Prepper put out a video about proofing yeast. And what my grandmother used to do for proofing yeast, if she had old yeast and stuff and she wasn't sure whether it was, it was good or not, she'd take the amount that it was called for the rest of the recipe and the amount of sugar called for it, which is usually a tablespoon or so, put that in there. And if it started frothing a lot, good, she'd add it to the mix and go on. if it frothed just a little, like it needed, she'd add more yeast to it because some of the yeast is dying or losing its stuff. Add more yeast to it till it started frothing right, and then she would add it to the mix. My grandmother used to do that. My mom used to do that. But it's been, geez, since 76, since my mom baked bread. She just got, anyways. So that's one of the things I do remember is you do it, you start adding more yeast to it till you get it to froth like it's supposed to normally does. And you add that mixture to your stuff. Yeah, planned stuff is hard to avoid, especially when you got greedy SO-hoosies out there taking advantage of things. Say, hey, well, this is happening. Let's extend that. Let's control it a little bit and see how much money we can make off of it. And here's the thing. I may get dinged on this one, but here's the fact. My grandmother, born in 1899, she had 14 brothers and sisters. Actually, one sister and 13 brothers. And they lived up on a farm up in northern Idaho. Granny, her mom, we called her Granny, because of living on a farm stuff, having to do stuff, was limited about the amount of time she could nurse. So they had goats. And guess what they fed the kids, the infants? Goat milk. None of them died. None of them got sick from it. So, goat milk is better for infants than cow's milk. So that's one of the things to check up on. People on that have, having to do formula and stuff. You need to check around, see if anybody around has goats. Now, some places won't allow you to sell goat milk, but hey, can I buy that jar for so much and just leave that goat milk in it? You're buying the jar. All right. Twinkies, they changed the formula on them. They will not last through the nuclear apocalypse. Fruit Loops will. Ramen noodles most likely will. But yeah, there's a lot of certain things. Interesting. Keep an eye on spaghetti, especially at Walmart. Every now and then, Walmart, especially if you've got the box that has 4 or 6 1-pound packages in there. So every now and then, it still drops below $1 a pound. And spaghetti is one of those ones that takes up a very little space to store. But you can still get that. And actually, my daughter was up there and she called me and asked me about something, and I told her, well, wait a minute, that's 89 cents a pound. Yeah, for that, get it. And she goes, oh, here's an 8-pack, and it turned out to be 79 cents a pound. Yeah, she got the 8-pack. You got to watch some of the prices. Now, sometimes the pricing doesn't work that way. It's not cheaper for the bigger bulk packs. Sometimes they keep the price high on that and lower it down on the others. Now, we're lucky here in the West. We have what's called WinCo. And no, it doesn't stand for Washington, Idaho, Nevada, California, Oregon. No, even though those are the 5 primary states it's in, WinCo stands for Winning Company. That's what the guy named it, said for it, when he named it. So that's in their literature stuff. So their store brand pasta for the 12-ounce extra wide egg noodles in the little 12-ounce packages was $1.29 the last time I looked. All right, that's 3/4 a pound, so that's no longer cheap. Then I found over in the bulk food section, away in plain cardboard boxes, written on it with grease pen, extra egg noodle, blah blah blah, less than $1 a pound for a 10-pound box. I got 4 of those boxes now, so I got 40 pounds of extra wide egg noodle, keep it sealed up and everything. And so when we open it up, then we will put it into Ziploc bags and vacuum seal the bag, or vacuum all the air out, seal it up so it lasts longer. But some of the things you got to look to find the really good deals. Exactly, absolutely, Albany. It's just yeah. And you get these stupid fact checkers, or just to say false checkers on Facebook that are putting out there. Oh, it is dangerous to do this. You cannot use goat milk. It's dangerous. And it's like, I put out on one of the ones I replied back on about my grandmother. They said that's a lie. That's a lie. It's not. Your grandmother was not raised on goat's milk. And it's like, hey, I'm a Boy Scout. Read between the lines. Not only was my grandmother raised on goat's milk, but my mom and my aunt, when they were little, my grandmother fed them goat's milk as well. All right. And my grandmother, born in 1899, I got married in 1987, and she died. She died just before I got married. So she was 88, smoked like a freight train, and that's what got her was smoking. But other than that, she was still doing stuff, going around, nonstop, puffing around like a freight train all around the yard, doing gardening and everything else. But no, the goat milk could have killed her. Yeah, there's and then the sweetened condensed canned milk stuff people use and stuff to supplement breastfeeding and stuff. Yeah, definitely. If you see price gouging, especially on Amazon, if you see someone that's prices like 50% higher than everybody else's, report them. Yeah. Things are just are getting a little out of hand for the average man. Oh, and so I'm going to wrap it up here in a minute. Here, I want to check the one thing for one other thing here. Okay, crap. The ads are popping back up on my Facebook. So for the rest of this week, I'm going to have every other post be as a stupid ad on Facebook. Yep, that's what it's doing. Oh well. So, anyways, before I wrap it up here, folks. All right. So where are we here? We did so coming up on Monday. Coming Monday, the 13th, on Camp Patton Family Compound. At I'm either going to be out on at 8 o'clock Eastern or 10 o'clock Eastern. I got to check with Courtney. If Courtney's not doing Mondays anymore, I may push it back to 10 o'clock. Of course, I may wait until after the canning one to do that. But the topic is going to be plants that defend your garden. We're going to talk about plants that help your garden keep the bugs away, so you don't have to use toxic sprays and poisons in your garden. Then on Tactical Tuesday at 10 o'clock Eastern, Tactical Tuesday on Grayman Prepping is going to be talking about summer blackouts predicted. And I'm going to try to gather up as many of the notices from power companies that some of them have been hiding these notices of warning of power outages. One of my friends I was talking to, who's an attorney, he believes they're doing that. And he said it's just his personal opinion, not his legal opinion, that they're doing that. They're hiding it so they can say, hey, we put out notices. They're not listening. We need to jack up prices more to make people conserve power and do time-based ones, whether on a time-based system or not. If it's on a peak period, charge the heck out of them to get them to turn off their ACs or cut back on their power usage. So, yeah. So anyways, that's some of the stuff we're going to be talking about on Tuesday. And, of course, the next Thursday here at midnight Eastern, we'll be going to whatever information from the side chat. Love to have it. Go off on it. And what we got? Only buy food products on sale. Yeah. I mean, you find on salted butter on a clearance sale, go for it. You find unsalted butter on a clearance sale, go for it. If you're not sure how to can it, check with some of these channels in here that are talking about canning stuff. They have it. I know Tammy at Rebel Canners cans stuff and talks about it as well. Yeah, make less trips to town to consume gas. I mean, it's like when I go into town, generally I try to go in once every 2 weeks into Idaho Falls. Yeah, it's 17 miles to Sam's Club, 19 miles to Costco, but I try to go and do it once every 2 weeks. And I try to time it on the day that when I go in, Sam's Club has gotten their big shipment of milk in. And they'll have all these extra case things of milk. So I reach in the back and I pull the ones out of the big walk-in area you walk into. The best use by date is usually more than 15 days out. So I'll grab 2 gallons. That'll last me 2 weeks. And all right, CBE, Hugo Homestead, can help you make butter ghee. Yes. All right, so check around with some of the channels out here on here that are doing canning and stuff. They can help you out on canning a lot of things. All righty, so I'm going to wrap it up here now. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. If you found any information on here that was in the side chat or for myself, please share it out. Help others to get prepared. Be selfish about that. And you go, what? How can you be selfish helping others? Simple. If you help others to get prepared, they'll have their own supplies and won't be coming after your supplies and taking food from your family. So you get them prepared. You're being selfish by getting them prepared so they're not coming after your stuff. All righty. And, of course, if you guys missed it, Garden State Gardener had the registration video for a Sunday Fun Day giveaway already out today, so go check that out. You know, keep adding to your preps. Water, #1 failure point of preppers. Food, medicines, skills. If you don't know how to can, learn how to can. All righty? And I'll see you on Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound for the Monday night Fireside chat. All right, folks. Take care.